Hello everyone. In today's video, let's discuss this very interesting topic, why we incarnate on the earth and why not elsewhere. So why earth? Human beings incarnate on earth for several possible reasons, depending also on your perspective, whether you want to go with a spiritual perspective or a philosophical perspective. But here are a few things that I thought of sharing my own viewpoints. And the first one is about learning and evolution. It is said that Earth is a very tough school for souls where souls incarnate to learn lessons, they grow spiritually, and to resolve past karma. Because Earth is often depicted as a very unique learning ground where it's dense, where it is a high intensity school for soul evolution. The Earth's intensity can really accelerate the karmic resolution. It can fast track, therefore, spiritual evolution. And by karmic resolution, I mean the karma, the debts that we have accumulated, the cause and effects. That's basically karma. So the debts that we have accumulated from our past lives, even from this life, it can accelerate, the resolution of those debts can be accelerated in such a high intensity environment. And then we have duality and free will experience. Now, duality is a very interesting concept, and that's what I'd like to emphasize in this video a little more than anything else. What do I mean by duality? Duality is a strong contrast between, for example, like light and dark, making choices more impactful. And, in human beings can experience this emotional depth. And our human emotions are like pain and love and fear and joy, which create profound learning experiences when we experience this contrast or duality. And souls also experience here on earth like time and decay and struggle, which can really, really accelerate our learning and growth. Right. And this each lifetime as a human being can provide opportunities to refine our virtues like patience, our anger, compassion, and even wisdom. Some people even believe that repeated incarnations refine our souls until, we attain what is called liberation or moksha. And the idea is that we merge back with the divine, transcending this cycle of birth and death. And in Sanskrit, the cycle of birth and death is called samsara. So, duality and free will experience is what makes this Earth School pretty interesting. It is a realm of duality. It offers souls a rare opportunity to exercise free will as well, okay, to make choices. Okay, and experience the consequences, therefore, leading to spiritual evolution. So that's the relevance of free will. There is destiny, but there is also free will. But in order to even realize that you have free will and you can utilize your free will for your own growth, that realization itself comes if when you become actually an evolved soul. Before that, most of us kind of succumb to our destiny. But the very fact that you have free will and you can make choice and need not really suffer, that realization itself comes when we evolve and say that, okay, I have all the power. Why do I have to go through the suffering? So that's the meaning of free will. Now, it's also said that this is a divine experiment where beings like us are put to test for the utilization of free will in a limited form. As I said, you have free will when you have all sorts of freedom, but when you are in a limited form, like this human template, our body, and then you say you have free will, it's a divine experiment in itself. The next reason that I can think of why we are here on earth is um, to realize and execute our life's purpose and mission, if I can say so. Now, according to the ancient teachings, whether it is Vedic teachings or the other spiritual teachings, they say that each soul has a unique purpose in every lifetime, and that's why we are here to fulfill those purposes. Now it's up to us to figure out what those purposes are, and in Sanskrit you call that dharma. What's your dharma? What's your life's purpose? We are here for something, not just to eat, drink, and be merry and sleep and die one day. So this is about contributing. It could be about contributing to humanity. It could be about balancing some relationships that you have. It could be about achieving something that you always wanted in your past lives. It could even be achieving a spiritual goal of realizing something. It could be even be of service to others. Mainly advanced souls, such as the bodhisattvas that they say in Buddhism, may incarnate not just for personal karma resolutions, but also to assist, uplift humanity, spreading wisdom when there is a lot of war like this going on and a lot of suffering happening on earth for a variety of reasons. Many souls incarnate to spread that wisdom to heal the collective consciousness, right? Now, some people here for the just sheer joy of experience earth. When we are here for whatever reason, the idea is that we have this expansion of consciousness. um, from a quantum perspective, consciousness continuously evolves. Right? So, by experiencing life in a physical body, the soul will expand its consciousness, its awareness, integrating the material as well as the spiritual existence. And it is a fantastic opportunity for souls like us to understand what is of being compassionate, and to be of service to others, to practice love, to practice healing, and to offer wisdom. And during this time, you might have heard many people talking, whether it's on a podcast or a video, that many of us have volunteered to assist in awakening, especially during this decade or this era. Advanced souls may incarnate to help raise the overall consciousness of even Earth. Okay, because Earth itself as a conscious being, and in Sanskrit we call her Bhumi Devi, or we call her Gaia. It's a conscious being in itself. So to also accelerate and help raise the planet's consciousness is why many of us are here, because we, human consciousness is what collectively becomes the planet's consciousness. Now, interesting question, where else can we incarnate? Why Earth? We discussed that. Now, where else do souls incarnate? So souls do incarnate in other realms, like planet dimensions. It's not just Earth. So many spiritual and esoteric traditions acknowledge multiple planes of existences beyond the physical. And just because our scientists have not found many of these planes does not mean that they don't exist. So can souls choose other realms? Of course, yes. So many, traditions, as I said, they say that after physical death, as a human being, the souls go to other planes based on their consciousness level, what they want to do. Some might incarnate elsewhere. Some might choose to come back to Earth for their further growth. And remember, Earth is one of the toughest schools. So being there, we feel that, okay, it's all going to be a blink of an eye and a cakewalk on Earth. And only when you come here, you know how tough life can be. So they can go to higher astral and mental planes. These are subtler realms where beings exist, not really in this human or physical body, but they can exist in energetic or thought forms or light bodies, lighter versions, not so dense. And they're, it's less bound by suffering. That's the way to put it. And then there is, in a causal realm, there's a plane of pure consciousness where advanced souls may exist before they merge with the oneness, the unity consciousness. And there are other planets and star systems. We may have heard innumerable accounts of souls who have incarnated on Earth, who have really come from extraterrestrial or other dimensions, other star systems, other constellations like Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians. So we might have heard of them, and these days nobody shies away from revealing where they have come from, and many of them could remember their really, their origins. where they come from. And then, of course, there are parallel realities and multiverses. Quantum theories and mysticism hint at simultaneous incarnations across different timelines and dimensions. Now, that is a topic, it's a rabbit hole in itself. So I don't want to deep dive, about multiverses and multiple parallel universes and timelines, but just hinting that that's another possibility, that many versions of us or other fractals of our soul, my soul and your soul, may be going through lifetimes in many other parallel realities and multiverses at the same time right now. Now, um, the next thing that I want to kind of leave you with is this. It is because Earth gives this experience of duality and therefore separateness, is why the role of contrast becomes so important and interesting. If you have watched my other videos, I touched upon the feeling of the illusion of separateness. We are really interconnected with the whole universe and the source, which is all there is, right? But on earth, because of the experience of duality, because of the polarities, we have this illusion of separateness, and that strengthens and that intensifies this role of contrast, the experience of this contrast. Souls incarnate here for different reasons, right? So now souls choose to come here to have practical physical experience that is not possible in soul realm. In soul realm, everything is so hunky-dory, everything is pure bliss, there is interconnected, and you experience that interconnectedness there. Earth is the most ideal realm for spiritual practice, because if you choose an animal realm or a lower realm than Earth, then there is too much suffering. Okay, and then in higher realms like spiritual realm or the other dimensions above Earth, you have too much of happiness and love and ecstasy. So there is too little to learn. So what is a soul? Soul is often described as a pure energy, infinite, in nature and connected to the divine source. So on earth, since it's so dense, as a soul, we had to really lower our soul energy vibration so much to match this third density vibration. So in its essence, our soul embodies qualities of wisdom and oneness and interconnectedness and all that. Now, however, as a non-physical entity, the soul cannot directly experience the contrast, individuality, or the separatedness, or the full range of emotions and challenges that come with being in a physical world like Earth. So reincarnation is a process through which a soul enters a physical body like yours and mine to live a life in this material world. And the purpose, as I said, is to experience this duality that the souls cannot experience in their realm. So we are here to experience what we actually are not. To get that, in order to deepen its understanding and growth. Theoretically, in the soul realm, we understand when I say love. But when we are here, when there is absence of love, is when we truly realize what love means. To experience it is something very different than to just know it there theoretically. So the soul chooses to experience heartbreak, rejection, loneliness, um, to better understand the value of unconditional love. Let me give you another example: peace through conflict. By incarnating in situations filled with challenges like chaos, war, or intense conflicts, be it at home or elsewhere, the soul learns the profound essence of peace. And then one more example: unity through separation. The soul, which is inherently one with all existence, experiences this separatedness or this individuality, separation, to truly appreciate interconnectedness. So That is what I mean by the role of contrast. Physical love offers a stage for this contrast: light, dark, joy, sorrow, as I said before, successes and failure. So these polarities provide the soul with opportunities to expand its consciousness through challenges, through experiences, and the soul grows through wisdom and through compassion. It also helps us remember our true nature. The journey of love, life that we have here often leads us to seek higher truths, rediscovering who we really are and our true spiritual essence. And also, as I said before, it helps us balance karma in a fast track manner. We can finish our unfinished lessons from past lives if we are aware, or the consequences of our past actions. So, the bigger picture is that the physical world is like a school, and the soul is here. You and I are here to forget our true nature, our divine nature. And by doing so, we fully immerse in this human experience. And it allows us to evolve spiritually, contribute to each other's collective growth as consciousness, and gain deeper appreciation for our eternal essence. Yeah. So summary: we are here to embrace fullness of being through this temporary experience of what we are not. So we are trying to understand what being means by experiencing through the experience of not being. That's the contrast. Isn't that beautiful? A wonderful way of playing this game, right? So I have a few more videos coming up. Please watch those videos where I have some guided contemplation. You can call it guided meditation on how to utilize duality for your own evolution. Thank you for watching this video.